Actually,
Oh.
it's better.
Oh. Ha ha ha.
Anyway, where's me how you feel? I can make them Ever for me, my
Lego Star Wars 3, the Clone Wars walkthrough for spacetopgames.com, and this is the Lair of Grevious level, which is kind of a wow, I don't know what that was about, but it's kind of a creepy level, and it kind of reminds me of Dagobah from Lego Star Wars 2. It's all dark and misty, and it's on a seemingly swamp island, planet. So anyway, there are going to be a squadron of clones that you're going to need to use to blow up this golden thing, and then the bazooka clone to blow up the silver object there, which you can do just by constantly shooting at it. And eventually, this golden casing will blow up, and then these General Grevious's bodyguards will come out, shoot the ship, which I didn't even know was there until they shot it, and you have to use the it's best to use the bazooka clone to kill the other bodyguards, and they just gotta move these things into place, which isn't too hard because they won't they won't go to the place unless you make them. So right here we were having a fight over who plays between this weird octopus guy or the other one, and I think, yeah, I got stuck with the octopus guy. But anyway, right here there are a ton of crates which just give you ton of boxes that just give you a bunch of studs. It's kind of cool actually, seeing all the studs just go over the screen. And pretty much on this part, after you build this bridge, afterwards there's not much you can do but go forward, because a lot of the stuff needs other characters or the dark side of the Force to use. And there are a couple of things you can do with your Force, but really it's just a couple of studs. It's not as cool, I'm sure, as the dark Force would be if you activated it. And for these things, you really only need one panel, because each person, one platform, each person can get over to the other side with just one, even the clones. So don't worry about it. You don't have to focus too much on getting two of them, but you will have to fight Grievous a couple of times, and it is kind of fun. It's easier when you're in co-op, of course. And of course Count Dooku shows up even though you're done with him, pretty much. So anyway, just going forward, and this is actually a pretty long level. I think it's like 13 minutes, I'm gonna take a guess. Something, it's more than 10, I think. Watch, it'll be like 9 and 59 seconds or something, probably not. But anyway, this is a part that you can't really do much, but put these plugs into the door, and then you can walk in here. This will be where you first have to fight the bodyguards and then Grievous, I think, in this one. But the bodyguards will randomly drop from the ceiling, and you just have to defeat them and then blow up a couple of other things. And an easier way to kill the bodyguards, and if you want to do the cool animation by just mashing X, then you can, but an easier way is to wait for them to attack you, then you attack them and you'll cut their head off. And it's kind of hard to explain, but like they'll swing at you, then you attack, then you cut their head off right away, then they die pretty instantly. But either way it really works as long as they die. And you're gonna need the clones to get rid of to pull out some of these things, and then use the bazooka to blow up the other things. And then I love how I'm not using names for any of this. And then once you get the pieces of Grievous, you'll have to put him together, and as far as I know, he's not the real Grievous, it's just the form of him on a wall. So put that together and blow up everything else if you want to, just for the extra studs. And there is sickening Grievous, who later, there was a cutscene where a droid tries to tell him to take his medicine. It's kind of funny, but anyway, you just need to throw boxes at him whenever you get the chance, and when he's sitting there coughing, that's when you I mean, look at that. When he sits there coughing. You have to throw a box at him, and to get him coughing, you have to attack him. So you throw the box at him, then use a clone to pull off part of him. And you might have to do that once or twice, but he has to be coughing and just throw the box at him, as I said, 6 times. And then once you do that twice, he'll get up on the ceiling because he'll lose 2 of his arms. And at this point, both of you will get dual lightsabers, which is really, really fun to use. But it's only temporary, which is depressing, but either way, you need to throw lightsabers at Grievous when he's floating up here so you can get him down and defeat him, and then he'll be on all 4s or what's left of his legs, and then you just gotta keep attacking him. And this part, the first time Scar did it, it took him a while, but when we did it, it was pretty easy. And then he waddles or crawls off into the darkness, and it's, so, I don't know, it's just cool how it is. What the? Whoa, okay, I just had a big, huge power surge. That was weird. I'm hoping it's still recording. Okay, anyway, that was weird. Surprised the internet went down. Oh well. So, continuing on with the level, I was surprised my computer didn't shut off, but I guess that's what power supplies are for. So anyway, you need to kind of build a thing here and really just do what, if you're playing co-op or you get a friend really quickly, just do what me and Scar do, which is get on top of, one of you gets on top of the other thing, and the other person will raise you up as soon as you can. And you just do that, because once you get up here, and as long as one person can get into the next area, you don't need to build it. And here is a lot of fun. This part is like, kind of reminds me of Metroid, Prime 3, if any of you have played that, where the first boss you fight pretty much reminds me of him. And I'm sure it has some Star Wars name that I am completely oblivious to. And the main idea is just to kill him pretty much, but really you have to use the clones to tie him down, and then be the Jedi to cut off various parts of his, various limbs off of his body. And that includes his arm, his tail, and eventually his head, I think. And there's always a tip. Certain characters can use this, but yada yada yada. But just keep on tying him down, and that's pretty much it for this level. The rest is easy enough, and it's just mainly cutscenes. And I'm hoping the recording didn't quit. If it did, I'll leave a note. But if it didn't, then what I just said was completely useless. But anyway, that's it for the Lair of Grevious. There are 2 levels left for him, obviously, and yeah.